Can you hear that yet? Yes. Been listening to the new Kirk Hammett EP called Portals. For those who've been ignoring the metal rock for a few years, a few decades, Kirk Hammett being the lead guitarist of Metallica, I'm going to guess that by now everyone has heard of Metallica, whether you like them or not. Great guitar player, great band. I always say there's not much metal that I can sit and listen to for a long time, but I can still handle the Metallica. They still do something for me. Ghost, obviously, as I mentioned in other videos. These days I prefer less chaotic music. I prefer music that sets moods, that's atmospheric, that makes you think. And for the most part, I like a lot of instrumentals. This one hits a lot of moods, a lot of different moods. I mean, it's very, very different from Metallica, yet it still retains, you could still tell that it's Metallica's guitar player. The music's more cinematic, more soundtracky, obviously all instrumental. It's pretty kick-ass. I mean, in a way. I mean, this is only my second time listening to it, but I dig it. I dig it. Portals, Kirk Hammett. The song in the back is called Maiden and the Monster. Not bad, huh? Pick it up. So how's it going? Everyone's still talking about Elon Musk. And much in the same way that suddenly Donald Trump became a right-winger. Now suddenly Elon Musk is a right-winger. Elon Musk, who brought you the electric vehicle, is a right-winger. Oh, and people are scared of free speech. Scared. People are scared of going somewhere and, oh my God, someone disagrees with me. This is terrible. You're racist. I find it all comical, much as I'm finding most of life comical these days. On the days that are good, because we are being bombarded by energy that you wouldn't believe. We live, some say, in a simulation. It's based on electricity. Inside our bodies, there are electrical impulses going on. There are cities that are laid out like motherboards, like computer chips, like grids. There's a reason. There's a reason. Maiden and the Monster. Maiden, it probably refers to Iron Maiden, who was one of their greater influences, I guess, Metallica being. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know, sometimes I plan to make videos, and I have lots of plans, like I've been planning to make a review, a full review of Ghosts in Para album. But I make lots of plans and then nothing happens. Like, I wasn't planning to make a video today. I was just enjoying a nice day off, doing a little work around the house. I had downloaded this album, this EP, a few days back, and I dug it. So I figured I'd put it on and listen to it. And it kind of inspired me to talk. Portals. There's just too many freaking coincidences, man. Too many coincidences. Portals. When I finally do get around to... Ooh, here we go. There we go. That part is reminiscent of Metallica. There you go. But yeah, portals. Maybe portals opens up a portal. All right. So how you all doing? Oddly enough, the video I made yesterday that I mean, I don't really push my videos a lot. Like I say always, I make them for myself. And then I'll throw up a Facebook post or something. But I'm not out there seriously promoting any of that stuff. Putting it up there for in case anyone wants to, you know, see it, listen to it. People may want to see what makes me tick. A lot of people out there think they know me. You might be one. I'll tell you what. Not many people know me. I would say there's one person that fully knows me. And that's my wife. Everybody else, all of you, if you're listening, you don't know me. You think you know me. You may remember the guy that you knew 5, 10, 20, 40 years ago. This song's called The Jinn. Jinn. But yeah, you may remember that guy. You may think you know that guy, but you don't know this guy. I know you don't know this guy because I don't fully know this guy. I'm just discovering this guy now. In the past 5 years, I've been starting to realize who this guy is, what he's about. So how can you possibly know me? You don't. I've gotten that a lot in conversations with family and friends. Oh, I know you. No, you don't. No, you don't. You know me as much as you know Elon Musk, let's say. You know what people say about him. You know what he says about himself. You know what is written about him. You know what can be researched about him. You may know, think you know from an instance where you met me. You may think you know me because other people that think they know me may have told you about me. I don't even know myself. I'm starting to figure it out. I think none of us really fully know each other. I mean, know ourselves. We don't know each other either. Because first you have to know yourself. Much like in order to love anyone else, you first have to love yourself. Right? It's true. Much like I love this little guy. My little Roly. I love this guy. I love this guy. Little Roly. Shows up here with backward legs. At about 3 days old. Trying to fix his legs. Everybody wants him. Put down. They suggest you put him down. The vet. Animal rescues. Nobody wants to help you. Everybody's like, the best thing you can do is put him down. Fuck you. Roly is doing great. The way he runs around and chases things, he's got arms like a bulldog from lifting himself up. Because basically he hops on his knees. He uses his knees as his feet. He walks on his knees with his feet pointing back. So technically he kicks himself in the ass all the time. Poor guy. So what we want to do is eventually, as soon as we find someone good, we would like to get him, amputate the backward part. Maybe put some little nubs or something on the end, because he would get along fine just like that without kicking himself in the ass all the time. Oh, people. Dealing with people is something, isn't it? No one seems to care anymore about anything. Cheers. Oh my God, are you drinking? Let me tell you something. Nowadays, not really. Not really. Just not feeling the alcohol. I don't like being drunk. I don't like being around drunk people, which makes it tough when you're a bartender. But, yeah, it's just not my thing. I find it distracting and stupid, honestly. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You like going out and get hammered every day, more power to you. I did that long enough. Just not my scene anymore, man. It just isn't. What's in though? You're drinking now. What I'm having here is a glass of the finest Aldi Shiraz Winking Owl. I think it's called Winking Owl. It's the finest Aldi Shiraz. $2.95 a bottle, folks. And you know what? Okay, don't chew my cord. So anyhow, I got into the cheap wine in Spain, where I also got to make my own wine. Well, my own wine. I got to help my great aunt, who was about 90 at the time, pushing 90, make wine. Everyone in town has a, not a vineyard, but they have a couple of vines, and everyone makes their own house wine. Well, everyone, most people. So yeah, we picked the grapes, we stomped them, we stuffed them into some 300-year-old barrels, which I'm told are the best barrels in the entire populace of that town. My great aunt is very envied for her awesome barrels. So yeah, we made wine, and you know what? It wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. I liked it a lot. I wish I would have brought some back with me. And now most places there, most restaurants you go to, they have a house wine, which is they make their own wine. And it's usually like €1. And when you go to different places, it'll vary from, hey, this is pretty good, to, holy crap, what the hell am I drinking? But it's fun. It's fun. We went to one place in Carbondino, in the town close to the village that we were living in. And the wine was almost fizzy. I mean, that's how old or whatever it was. But went to another place, it was practically vinegar. And then you run into some that are pretty good. Pretty good. And me and my good buddy brother, Xaime, Xaime, my buddy. More like a brother. But yeah, he got me hooked on the wine too. We ended up buying, cases. It was like €1 a bottle from a local winemaker. And we sat there and talked and just chilled. And it was just fun. It was just fun. That was a fun time. It's so funny how things work too, because now I'm getting sidetracked, but that's what happens. But talking about my buddy Xaime. Now, for those that don't know, long story short, I was born in Germany, lived in Spain till I was about 6 years old. While living in Spain, and after moving to the States, we did go back and forth to Spain every summer, basically on summer vacation. So we still visited and kept in touch. I stopped doing that when I was 18, unfortunately. because I thought I knew better. And then it was over 30 years before I went back to Spain. But anyhow, during my childhood and when I was going back on vacation, you know, I would hang out with my buddies there, my friends, my local, you know, the guys I grew up with. And it's funny because the one guy that I considered my best friend as a child, when I moved back to that town 30 years later, I don't know, he seemed a little standoffish, maybe, just weird. And you never know what's going through people's heads, but so I figured I'd go back and we'd click and we'd hang out a lot. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I mean, we hung out, but it didn't happen. It wasn't until I bumped into Xaime again. And now Xaime, when I was growing up, we hung out, but we weren't best buds. And he literally saved my life pretty much, you know. Not that I was out to kill myself. I'm saying that he made me want to better myself up here. Really. And it worked. So I just found it incredibly ironic that a peripheral figure in my childhood I now consider like a brother. And I'm telling you, 30-something years had gone by and we were talking like brothers. And I miss him. I miss him. I wish he was here now. Man, we had some adventures, I'll tell you. I'm getting sidetracked. I don't know. Oh, I was talking about wine, right? Here we go. Ooh, Aldi Special. This one's called High Plains Drifter. But anyhow, got to talking to Xaime. We discussed all sorts of things from philosophy and history. He's really big on history and Spanish history, from Spain, mind you. I mean, we did some crazy shit. I don't know how we survived a couple of scrapes. I mean, there were some close calls. Oh, this song right here. I'm telling you, music is magic. Oh my God. Say what you want, man. Say what you want about Metallica. Say what you want about Ghost. Say what you want about anybody. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone is one. See, again, we're talking about attachment. People start getting jealous when more people start liking their band. You know, their little band. Hell, I'm happy for them. And I've always liked bands that buck the system. While there's a lot to be said for bands like Ramones, AC/DC, Motorhead, bands that pretty much stick to the formula, and very few can get away with doing that, by the way. Very few can get away with sounding similarly on every album and still having people love every album, like I do with Motorhead and Ramones and AC/DC. This is The Incantation. I haven't heard this one before. But I like when bands mix it up. When Metallica came out with Load and Reload and all that, people gave them shit. People hated it. They got haircuts, you know, whatever. I would sit there and go, well, this is a good song. Well, that's a good song. Well, this is a good song, you know. I've never been one like that. I've never been one to, you know, be stuck on a style, you know. This sounds very Sabbathy. All right. So anyhow, What are we getting at here? Kirk Hammett Portals. We may have opened up a portal in our hallway. Oh boy. That may be a subject of another video sometime. But music is magic. Don't be stuck on a genre or any of that stuff, man. Like music because it gets you here. Or because it makes you think. It sets a mood. That's why I like it. Doesn't mean you have to be me. But like, I like bands that mix it up. Unpredictable. You know? I find it kind of funny. I'll mention this because, like I said, there's not much metal that I really can... I mean, I like it. I love it, actually. But I can't sit at home and just listen to it unless I want to get my housework done real quick. You know? But Metallica... yeah, they still do it for me. Ghost, they still do it for me. And there's a few others. But yeah, I like setting moods. Bands that set a mood that can transport you somewhere. And you know what? I think this album, EP, yeah, I'm digging it. Lots of different influences. I mean, it's got its spooky vibe. Kirk Hammett's a big fan of horror movies. He does, I think it's called Fear Festival or something like that. He's got it's a festival of sorts, horror themed. I think it's every year. I wasn't sure what to expect from this EP. And I'll tell you what. I'm digging it. That part's Metallica-ish. Yeah, good stuff. Have you heard it? I would recommend it. I would probably give it a... I don't know, 5 out of 5? 4.5 out of 5? All right, let's see something here. Let's be an old man for a while, cause where'd it go? Portals. Let's see what we got. We got this is the last song. 1, 2, 3, 4 songs, totaling in at 27 minutes and 9 seconds. Kirk Hammett Portals. Highly recommended. So, how's your day going? Today's been a great one for me. I don't know, I just woke up nice and refreshed. Sunny day out. All the cats are accounted for. Life is what you make it. You could choose to sit there and focus on, you know, the war in Ukraine or standing with Ukraine or fuck Putin, all that shit. Or wait, have you seen the Johnny Depp? Oh my God, Johnny Depp shit on Amber Heard shit on Johnny's. And look, I only know these things because you guys, because not you guys, but many people are just stuck, addicted to their entertainment. I mean, and the whole Johnny Depp and Will Smith and all this shit is just to distract you, man, just to get you to talk about that instead of what's really happening. I mean, even when we get news of what's happening, we get fucked up news of what's happening, and we get skewed news, and we get propaganda. Yeah, not bad. He's doing a nice little thing here, huh? Boom. Yeah, I'm digging it. So anyhow, I was thinking we're probably going to gear... I'm going to gear more of the videos, or at least include music with many videos. And make it a part of it. I have a few guests in mind for some conversations. And some musical people, some that you know, some that you wish you knew, and I know. I'm not one to rub, I don't care. I've run into many famous people. I've worked with many people you might know. I've worked for many people you might know. But I've never been one of these, I don't know, famous people. To me are just people, and I've met a lot of them. I am not one to do autographs. There was one time that we did get an autograph, and I remember it. I remember it like it was yesterday. We were at the premiere of Wrath of Khan in New York City. At the premiere. Right as the movie's about to start, for a few minutes, there are these guys sitting in front of us. And they're speaking really loudly and laughing and blah, 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 and going through all the previews and everything else. And I tap one of them on the shoulder and I'm like, you think you can keep it down? I mean, we're trying to watch the movie here. And he turns around. Steve Harris and Adrian Smith of Iron Maiden. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, they gave me an autograph. But that was that. We put the autographs on the wall at the radio station at work. We also met Nipsey Russell one time. You remember Nipsey Russell? I literally ran into Dustin Hoffman one time. I was at Mariella Pizza in New York City, a couple of blocks away from my college, New York Institute of Technology on Columbus Circle. I was at Mariella Pizza. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm late. So I was running, probably not to a class. I didn't run to too many classes. It was probably to a radio station. To the radio station. And I run out the door, turn a corner, and bang! And I'm like, oh shit, this guy that falls down. I go to pick him up. And I'm like, dude, sorry, man. And it was Dustin Hoffman. Am I name dropping now? No, I'm trying to figure out a good way to end this video. Look, we can sit there and focus on all the bullshit that is supposedly going on. Or we could just try to have as best of a life as we can. Thinking for ourselves, weighing our options, trying not to be swayed by one side or another, but look, there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of videos and shows, and there's a lot of bullshit, but there's also a lot of truth. And a lot of truths are in plain sight. We just choose not to see it. So just get your eyes open. Don't buy into the bullshit. Think for yourself. Research for yourself. I would say my last bit of advice, try to get out of the herd mentality. Try to not think that you have to go along with what everybody else is doing, because you don't have to go along with what everybody else is doing. Do what this tells you to do, what this tells you to do, not what they're telling you to do. As I always say, your intuition is never wrong. All right, I'm out of here. Catch you later.